and I was told that, your mom died of HIV-related illness, and and you were born with it. You have HIV.
At this point, ushaanza kushikanisha unajua juu ya HIV?
Sikuwa nashikanisha, suspected. But now, for me, I had never, because HIV was associated with sex.
Yes.
So me, I'm like, I've never, still in that year, I developed tuberculosis. Yeah, so it started as a swelling right here under my jaw. Yeah, and it was like it grew and grew and kept growing. Yeah, and then now they had to check, and then they found that I have TB. I'm on this journey of trying to accept my new diagnosis, and then I get TB. I was put on second-line drugs, which means during that time, second line was almost 6 tablets a day.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah.
Naza TB sasa.
Plus the TB. You guys, I remember those days. Where? And then now, one time they put me on, there was a drug that was causing adverse side effects on me.
Which one is that?
It was called abacavir. For me, it was almost taking me out.
What?
Yeah, because I remember I used to throw up. I used to get rashes, like a lot of rashes. Yeah, I can't tell.
Really?
Yeah, on my hands.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please consider to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, karibu sana sana. My name is Wanjiko Cleopatra. I am a young woman living with HIV and a very passionate advocate with regards to breaking stigma surrounding HIV. So, of course, it's a new day and another episode. And, of course, I have a very exciting guest. And before I do that, allow me to thank the sponsors of this episode, and that is Phone Place Kenya. And in this June, guys, we are trying to give and to bring to you all the services that we have. Remember, tuko na lipa mdogo mdogo. Don't stay at home ukisema ati simu yako uko na simu poa uwezi pata. Come to us, save, lipa kidogo kidogo, and then you get your phone. I want to remind you that pia tuko na trade in. If you have such a phone na unataka kupata ingine, please bring it and then you trade in. Unaongeza tu pesa kidogo, then you get another one. And of course, we have our Phone Place Care Kenya, where you come and get your phone repaired. And I want to remind you as I finish that Pia, if you get anything from our shop, we don't sell just phones, we have accessories too. So visit us. We are in Bazaar Plaza, Mezzanine, Unit 5. Karibuni sana Phone Place. So guys, we've been having very exciting guests, and of course sai tuko na another young girl. Time ya Gen Z ndio imefika, and she's doing incredible work, and I want to equally let you know, for the new people who are here and to remind those who are here, that we are doing this, and we are not just having these guests because we want to celebrate their incredible journeys and their incredible stories, but we are doing this because we are creating a community of understanding, a community of support, and of course a community of empowerment. So guys, karibu sana. Thank you for honoring my invite. Na hapa hatulizangi maswali. Hapa tunapiga story, unafunguka client, you tell us about everything and anything. And thank you so much. You're doing a good job, and we are so proud. Na ndio maana tumekuita hapa. Ama ndio maana nimekuita hapa. You're doing a very amazing job. It's very nice when young people come up and try to create awareness and try to impact the community. Hutaki kugojea hiyo wakati ati ukizeeka ndio unaweza fanya hiyo kazi. So thank you so much, and congrats for the good work you're doing. Karibu sana.
Thank you. And
introduce yourself and let's go.
Thank you so much, Cleopatra. Thank you for inviting me and having me on your podcast.
You're welcome.
And I hope we create magic. Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah. I know. Not hope. I know you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Laura Thuo.
All right.
I am a Kenyan. I am a content creator. I'm living with HIV.
Yeah.
I've been living with HIV for the past 31 years. Yeah.
You're 31?
Yes. I'm 31.
Umefika 31 lini? You don't look like it. For real?
Yeah, I'm 31 actually.
Okay. Ningekupea 25, 26.
No.
You've done so much for yourself.
Yeah, thank
I know.
you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've lived with HIV for 31 years,
Yeah.
and that is actually my age.
Yeah.
Because I was born with HIV. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my life has been a full journey of learning, relearning, and learning. Yeah, about HIV. Yeah, so my HIV journey started at birth, but consciously for me, it started when I was just about 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I was, first of all, let me establish.
Yeah.
I was always a sickly child.
Yeah.
So ever since I was like a toddler, I would get sick here and there. Like I would get sicknesses, things like tonsillitis, zinashinda tu zikirika, pneumonia. I'm in and out of hospital, being admitted.
Yeah.
So I was always sickly. So my mom then, because my mom was still there, she just thought it's like childhood illness. The way you know the way toddlers.
She didn't know.
She didn't know like what the issue was. Same as my grandma and my aunties who like raised me along the way. They just thought,
because kids get sick anyway every other
especially
time.
Toddlers like under 5. They're usually very sickly. But for me, I was always the kid with homa all the time, and two illnesses too. Yeah, Ata, I was not like a playful kid. You know the way toddlers are usually up and about. I was not like that. I used to be more quiet, more chilled, because I used to be very sickly.
Yeah.
So it continued. When I was around 8 years old, my mom passed away.
Sorry.
Yeah, because of HIV-related illness, because I got HIV from her.
Yeah.
But her, she didn't know in the beginning. She found out maybe a year or 2 years before she died.
Yeah.
And for her, she couldn't accept it.
I know.
Like she rejected herself, and that was it. Hata hakuwa na meza dawa.
Back then, the stigma was.
Yeah, it was really high. Yeah. But for us, our family had embraced her, but already in her mind, she had already given up.
Yeah.
So, aka check out.
And I've realized if the family people can do actually a lot for you, but if you do not take it from yourself, start from within, evil.
That's it. Yes, true. Yeah. True. Yeah. So when she died when I was 8 years old, that's when my grandma took over. Yeah. She took me and my brother. I have an older sibling. Yeah. But he's not living with HIV. Yeah. So as she continued to raise me, I continued to get sick because hakuna dawa hapo. There's no intervention I'm getting, only probably just nutrition. Yeah, so when I turned around 10 years old, the doctor who was treating my mom, because my mom was seeing a private doctor, the doctor was like, since her mom died of AIDS-related illness, I think we should also check her.
Okay.
Let her be tested so that we can rule out
what's the problem.
Yes.
And kwa nini wako wamefikiria hivyo?
I think
during that time, it's the assumption.
Yes. Yeah. And then during that time mother to child transmission was not so people had not realized that you can actually get HIV.
Ilikuwa tu assuming it's
sexually, sexually related. Yeah.
So I think that was why the stigma was so high, because people were just assuming you've just been promiscuous, and that's why you. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So it was like HIV during that time was very sexually related. So people would just think if you have HIV, it's because you were having sex with someone or you got it sexually.
Actually,
exactly. Yeah. So this doctor flags me and says, can you have her tested for HIV and we see how we're gonna move forward.
Unajua HIV hiyo ni nini hiyo time?
No. Yet I didn't know what was going on with me. I just knew I was sick, I was getting sick, and all that. But when I was okay, I was okay. So once they did the test, they found out that I'm HIV positive. So now that began something else. Now I was put on ARVs, but without my knowledge. So nilikuwa tunapewa dawa na hizi utakuwa na meza kitu utakuwa na meza. So
wanakwambia ni za nini?
no, the closest illness that I would have, like if I would have pneumonia or if I would have like amoeba or something, naambiwa ni ya hiyo. So
Yeah.
for me, I was just taking them, and you know that time ARVs were not for free. So yeah, my shosho used to buy them.
What?
Yeah, used to buy them. Even for my mom, they used to buy. So
Yeah.
so me being a kid and moving with my own childish
Yeah.
reasoning, I'm like, nikikuwa sawa naacha kuzimeza. So I used to be sneaky, you know, because zilikuwa zinahesabiwa, and every time I go back to the appointment they hesabu and they make sure ati I've taken them.
Yeah.
But I never used to take them. So I would still keep getting sick. So fast forward to around 2008. I was 12 years old, 13, turning 13. That's when now there's a new HIV program had come in to the clinic I go to now. And now my shosho wakaambiwa, oh, by the way, you can take Laura to that facility. They're offering care for free. Yeah, so that's when I was moved to that clinic. Now we stopped buying drugs, and now I was put on that program.
Okay.
Yeah, so for that program, they required that an adolescent from a certain age should know their HIV status, and they should know why they're taking the medicine, the ARVs. Yeah, so that's how now they had to now disclose to me and tell me that I'm living with HIV.
How was that? Like, you simply take me through how the disclosure was happened, because you see at that age you're still young, completely young, and you see Pia, it's not like you are very adherent. So how did they come to terms? Did they involve someone?
Yeah, so it was an assisted disclosure where there was a counselor in the room, and then now my grandma and one of my aunties and uncle. So we went into a room. And then, because even me, I had started questioning. I'm like, why am I taking these drugs?
And why is it just me?
Yeah, and why is it just me? Like, it's not making sense. Like, for me, it was not making sense. Na niko sawa. Like, naona niko sawa. Why am I still taking them? So that day came, and we were in a room with a counselor, and the counselor, assisted with disclosing and going. And I was told that, your mom died of HIV-related illness. And and you were born with it. You have HIV.
At this point, Sayusha anza kushikanisha, unajua juu ya HIV.
Sikuwa nashikanisha.
Kweli?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, for my mom, I had suspected, like, she had HIV, she had AIDS, kitambo it used to be called AIDS.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I had suspected. But now, for me, I had never, because, HIV was associated with sex.
Yes.
So me, I'm like, I've never had sex. I was a kid, I'm an adolescent. Like, I've never even been close to a boy.
Yes.
Your time mambo usicheze na vijana. So you've been keeping a proper distance. Yeah, so when I was told I have HIV, I was so shocked. It was one of the I don't think I've ever received a shocking news like that one, because it was so shocking for me. I was like, how now? Your mom died, and she died of HIV, HIV-related illness, and you too have it.
Yeah.
So that's...
How was your reaction?
It was, of course, tears.
Ama you didn't believe kwanza hold? Okay.
Like, I didn't... It wasn't making sense to me. It wasn't making sense. Yeah, because I'm like, how? It's not making sense. Yeah. But it was also a lot of denial, because I was like, I'm okay. At that time, I was fine. Like, I didn't have any issues.
Yeah. Because, of course, you don't get sick at always.
Yes.
The way people assume. Yes. Now that you're positive, utashinda kwa hospital.
Utashinda umekonda, vitu kama hizo. Me, I didn't have those. So I'm like, I'm just cool. Yeah, but it was a very, very hard, journey. So now, that is where my journey of acceptance began. Yeah. One thing that really helped was my grandma and my family. They really supported me, because I was like, from that moment, my mind was just now spiraling towards, this is the end for me, this is my death sentence,
Imeisha.
Yeah. And then you see, I had already seen my mom's trajectory, so I'm like, same for me, in my mind I'm like, oh no, this is it, yeah. So it really helped. And I was in high school, I was in Form 1. Yeah, so my high school experience was
How was the transition?
It was not easy. It wasn't easy.
You were in a boarding school?
No, I was in day school. My grandma, she made sure, I think because they found out earlier, they found out my status earlier.
Yeah.
So my grandma made sure I didn't go to boarding school, so that she's close to me, she can monitor me and stuff like that, and I can take my drugs, all that. Yeah. So I didn't go to boarding at all.
Okay. But how was it? What time were you taking your drugs? Before school?
Yeah, just before school at 6 a.m. Because I would go to school during that time. That's when I would step out of the house. So I used to take at 6. Yeah. So now, along the way of me starting to accept my HIV status, still in that year,
teenage years.
Yes, still in that year, I developed tuberculosis. Yeah, so it started as a swelling right here under my jaw. Yeah, and it was like, it grew and kept growing. Yeah, and then now they had to check, and then they found that I have TB. So you see, I'm on this journey of trying to accept my new diagnosis, and then I get TB. Like, let me tell you, my mind was like, okay, this is truly the end. Yeah, you see, now my mind was now proving to me that
it's true.
It's true that I'm actually spiraling downwards. Yeah, so I was treated for TB. It was not easy. It was also not easy, because now I was admitted. My chest had gotten so bad, my lungs, because I was coughing. I didn't only have the swelling. I also had like a proper TB infection on my chest. So I used to cough so badly. Like, I remember even in school, like, watu walikuwa wanashangaa, they couldn't even laugh. Not just the way you laugh and then cough tu inakuja. It was so bad. But sasa, now I had to be admitted, because now they had to clear my chest first, because now I couldn't go for surgery, because they had to remove this surgically.
And what brings about that swelling? I had a friend who had that swelling, na bado ilikuwa TB. What brings it about?
Well, for TB, TB, there are 2 types of TB. So there's pulmonary TB. Pulmonary TB infects your lungs, mostly, only
the chest.
Yes. And then now there's extrapulmonary TB, and extrapulmonary TB, it will infect any organ in your body.
Parts.
Yes, it can affect your liver. Yes, it can affect your spine, your brain, any organ. So for me, it had infected me right here under the jaw. I don't know, there's a gland it had infected. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it had to be removed surgically.
What?
Yeah.
At
that age, yes. So in my mind, I'm like, man,
it's too much.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind at this time? Did you have a blame? Have you ever, at that point, because you're still a child, and when you're a child, there's no one who's answering all these questions at times, and you feel like it's offensive even to ask, because now unaona what you had in mind, there's something new before hata hujajua venye kunaendelea. Juu tena you've gotten TB. What was going through your mind? Were you blaming, feeling like, no, I didn't deserve this, my mom could have done better, and all that? Definitely I did a lot of blame, because in my mind, in fact, my mom, I resented her for a very long time in my life. Yes, I think I finally let go of that resentment in my 20s. For real?
Yeah, because I felt like my mom abandoned me. I don't know if you get it, but I felt like she left me with a very huge burden, and she was not even there to help me carry it. I'm the only person living with HIV in my family, so feeling that loneliness.
Yeah.
You know, if she was there, maybe I would have.
You could have asked, maybe walked together.
Maybe I would have carried it better. Maybe she would have helped me understand and all that stuff. So I really felt so much anger towards her. Yeah, and Susa, now even when I was getting sick and getting all this infection, I'm like, this is all because of my mom, you know? Like, should have just done something, or even just said, you know, maybe it would have been diagnosed earlier and wouldn't have gotten sick and all that stuff. But anyway, I couldn't change. Yeah, I couldn't change that. Yeah, and then, you know, it was easier to blame her, I think, because she wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, if she was there, maybe we would have
worked together and you could have
and worked it out. But she wasn't there, and my questions always went unanswered. Yeah. So it wasn't easy. So I was treated for TB. I was the swelling was surgically removed, and then that's when I started seeing changes in my health. I forgot to mention one more thing. Now that I was not taking my medications well till the time I was being disclosed to, I had to be put on second line drugs because now that I got TB, they saw that now it's like I've developed resistance of the first line regimen.
The treatment could definitely fail.
Yes. So I was put on second line drugs, which means during that time, second line was almost 6 tablets a day.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah.
Naza TB sasa.
Plus the TB. You guys, I remember those days. Where? And then now, one time they put me on. There was a drug that was causing adverse side effects on me.
Which one is that?
It was called abacavir. For me, it was almost taking me out.
What?
Yeah, because I remember I used to throw up. I used to get rashes, like a lot of rashes. Yeah, like
really.
Yeah, on my hands. I think I was allergic to that drug or something because I had such bad side effects. I even almost like.
Because of the side effects.
Yes,
that was bad.
Because of the side effects. So when I went back to the clinic, they just linked those symptoms. They're like, you know. So now I had to be put on the proper second line.
Yeah.
Now second line, 4 pills already. Not 4. It was this Caletra. What's the other name? What was it? The ritonavir. That one.
Yes.
Lopinavir. Was it Lopinavir? Yeah. So those ones were 4 because I remember I used to take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and then now tenofovir and Septrin. So I take Septrin in the morning and then the other one at night. So that's already 6 pills, and then now you add TB drugs. Hey, you guys.
But the treatment did not fail your TB.
No.
It worked.
It worked, yeah. It worked because I was adherent now. You know, now this time, my grandma had to... Now I had the understanding now that I have to take my drugs because now I understood why. Yes. So now I understood why, and now
because now having even going to theater, you had to be... But I'm glad that was quite a... To say it was just your breakthrough or your... It must be what we say ni kama blessing in disguise, because if it didn't happen bado ungeendelea hata wangejua actually hawangejua, wangekuwa tu wanasema nini unajua tukiwa watoto tulikuwa tuna assume.
Yes.
We used to assume ati hawatajua umezi dawa. Personally hata my treatment for TB failed. I got TB pia in form 2.
Yeah.
Laura, I was 35 kgs.
What?
To the point I couldn't even go home. Nilienda niliona actually I saw huyo nurse mwenye alinitreat text Facebook juzi. Kama si mimi nilipigia mzazi ukakujua, my dad aliniona hapo nje akaanza kulia. So mimi sijui hata ni TB. Dawa na meza, and I was in a boarding school and you see I was disclosed just like you nikiwa class 8 then nikaingia form 1. My treatment failed. Simezi dawa vizuri. Nilidungwa sindano huku 60, those 60 injections.
What?
Ndio sasa
TB.
Yes. So if it worked, that was nice. You were really adherent.
I was really adherent. And then, you know, my grandma now was standing by me.
Kabisa.
Yeah, because he's like, now it's time for your meds.
Yeah.
Ndo hizi.
Na hakuna mahali
Meza.
unatoka.
Yeah. So ilibidi tu iwork. Ilibidi iwork, yeah. So now most of my high school was spent now slowly accepting that fact. Because in my mind, me, I had already checked out. Even school, like I never used to pay attention much. Yeah, I never used to even like school. I never used to participate in. Yeah, like I never used to see even beyond high school. I'm like, I'm like, I think your mind is in like a sort of depression or sort of stress. It's not even seeing beyond. Because you in your head, you're like, I'm asking, why am I being served this at this point? I even remember the first time I found out about my HIV status. One time I was in class. I used to sit at the front. Yeah. Like at the front completely. I just sat there, like during break time, and then I just looked behind and I asked God, Mimi ndo umenichagua. Why? Out of all these people. You know? Like I felt so alone at that time, you know?
And you didn't, no one, apart from your family, no one else knew?
No, during that time, no one knew. I didn't,
even the school? They didn't inform the school?
I don't. Maybe they did. I'm not aware. Yeah. Maybe they did so that I can get those like support. Yeah, and sick leaves and all that. But no one else knew. And then the way HIV was presented to us, it was presented as a shameful thing.
The killer disease.
The killer disease. So you wouldn't even want anyone to know, like, uko nayo, or even guess. Even that time I was having TB. Yes, I was suffering, but I didn't want anyone to even
have a hint.
Yes. And then it's high school again. High school kuna hizo ma feelings you really want to be accepted, you want to look cool, you don't want to look so cringe. So I was just trying to,
can you imagine trying to maneuver around all that?
And you're a teen, it's a lot. Yes. It's a lot. Yeah, so I never even used to participate in even activities. I loved swimming. Yeah. So I used to swim only. Like I used to swim. But anything else, I never pursued. But if I would go back to high school right now, maybe with all this acceptance I have, maybe I would have been
and the information.
an A1, an A1 student. Yeah. But it has been a journey. Yeah. It has truly been a journey. So I finished high school. Yeah. I managed to finish high school and I passed. Yeah. Like I got a grade that will get me through to uni. Yes. Yeah. Nilijaribu. Towards the end, I really tried to study because at least my grandma used to encourage me. She's like, just study. It's okay. Like, just give your best. Hakuna unaitishwa hapa. Just do your best. So I used to just do my best, knowing that at least sina yo pressure. Now you must give us A's. You must, there was no pressure of that. So while I was in high school, I wanted to be a journalist. I really liked the, that life of being a journalist. And that's what I chose. So when I was done with high school, that's what I pursued in uni. But then I remember I think just before I joined uni, just yoka period after after doing KCSE and before joining, I had made a decision to myself, and I said, now that I'm starting uni, I'm dropping my old identity, and uni is gonna be fun for me. I'm going to be the most outgoing person. I'm pursuing journalism. I'm pursuing something I love.
You should be outgoing.
Yeah, so I dropped that. I dropped that personality.
From yourself by yourself.
Yeah, it was like a meeting. You know the way you have a board meeting with yourself? Yeah, so it was something like that. I just said now, I don't want to identify myself with that sad.
To meet other people, you're outside.
Exactly. So I'm changing that identity. I'm like, I don't want to be looking down on myself, to be holding myself back. I don't want HIV to do that for me anymore. Right now I'm in charge of my life. Yes. And then one more thing that also helped me in my acceptance, especially in high school, was support groups. So in my clinic we had a support group where they would bring us together as teenagers. they would bring us together and they would have us talk to each other. They teach us even about our drugs, what our drugs does in the body, the kind of side effects, and how to deal with stigma and all that stuff. So interacting with peers who are my age, tuko high school pamoja, we are having the same we are facing the same difficulties, maybe even trying to talk to our parents, you feeling like your parents don't understand you and stuff like that. So it really also added to my confidence of living with HIV. It helped me even accept
and even feel you're not alone,
and feel like you're not alone, because even some of those friends, we're still friends till date, you know, tulitoana huko.
And those support groups, I feel so bad, Laura, that we've right now, of course, funding has affected that we no longer have support. Most of us are who we are because of those support groups. Hatungefika hapo. Exactly. And everyone else, every person who is doing good work and who is doing a lot of advocacy, built through support groups. I really feel it's something that even the government should probably put some efforts towards, because wengine wetu wameshikiliwa na hizo support groups. Even our parents, people helpful. Older than us, hizo tu vikundi zenye people would meet, hata sio lazima wakule, mnapatana tu. By that time tulikuwa tunaenda, lakini hata mimi nilikuwa naenda hiyo clinic juu tunakula. So I was really interested in it. Sasa nilikuwa nishaja si tunakufa tu hata nini, hakuna haja ya to stress so much. So I understand when you say it really tried to build in your acceptance, and I always encourage people. I know people reach out to you too. Mtu anafaa tu kuingia ka support. Sio lazima itakuwa physical, but just get somewhere. You feel you're not alone. You feel that there are people who are even going through worse. Than us. Kuna watu kukubalika, like they were not accepted from the family. The family ni yenyewe imekuwa ikiwa stigmatized. So when you hear such cases, unaona yenyewe ni kama mimi niko better, nafaa tu nijikubali. I'm not in this situation. Support groups are so important, actually. Or even just having one person who you can talk to freely and share your experience. So it really helped me, and it gave me that confidence. So by the time I'm joining uni, I'm like, now my old identity is gone. This is a fresh start. It's a fresh start for me. That was a wise decision.
I thank myself for doing that. I don't really talk happy, but I really thank myself. And you did it.
But just at times tunasemanga nataka kufanya hivi, lakini uko like you still shrink. You want to shrink yourself so that you get accepted. You want to
Well, it was a journey, but I think the beginning was that. Because when I joined uni, it was now me and a different personality. Like I stopped being that quiet person, or even in class, In uni, I was outgoing. I used to be social.
You could even feel it yourself.
Yes. Like I even felt the changes within myself, because I was like, kila mtu naongea na watu, I make friends. I study. Like I used to study really well in uni, like compared to high school, because I knew because I knew now I'm studying for something. I want to become something. So I did communication, I did journalism in uni, and I wanted to work in TV production. Actually, I didn't want to be
on the screens. No, you didn't want to be on the screens?
No,
behind the scenes.
I liked being behind the scenes, like camera production and stuff like that. And I also didn't like doing things like news reporting and all that.
Unajua tunasikia journalism, mtu anasema mtu ni kusoma news. That is what happened.
It's not the only thing.
It's very, very broad.
It's very broad, because there's things like production. You see the way, even the news itself, the news you watch, the news you watch on TV, there's a lot of people behind, because kuna reporter kwa ground mwenye alienda kuchukua hiyo story huko kwa ground. Kuna mwenye edit, because akichukua kwa ground atakuja alete editor. Editor ipange vizuri, alafu producer I cue in, alafu presenter ndio awasome.
I present.
Yes, I present.
For us,
so me, I wanted to be behind the cam, like behind doing production and all that stuff. So nilisoma. Then just after graduating uni, my trajectory changed completely. What I expected to be doing after uni is not what I did. So So
Yeah, life imekuwa na faces mingi.
yeah, really I've had a lot of my journey has been very interesting. Yeah, so when I finished uni, I started doing HIV advocacy.
Yeah.
I started volunteering.
Yeah.
And actually, I realized I really like it. I like educating people. I like creating awareness on HIV. And in 2016, actually, that just the same year I graduated,
Yeah.
I did a news story. Like they did, how do I put it? Like I did a news story
Yeah.
on my status.
You went
on the
public?
Gazette. Yes, I went public
Wow.
on my HIV status on the newspapers.
Where did you get the courage from? But after uni, you had.
Yeah, after you see now, the journey is inaenda tu
These are
pole
figuring
pole.
out themselves.
Yes, exactly. So that's when I started. That actually, I think, marked the beginning of my journey in HIV advocacy.
Yeah.
So I did the story, and then I'm there. My heart is beating like sijui nini.
Hujui kutaenda aje.
Like it's okay, but I never used to. I didn't have fear per se because like, you know, nobody can change. I started taking my status like my nose. As long as I can't change my nose right now, nobody can do.
Yes.
Yeah, no one can tell me anything. You know, so that's how I even took my HIV status. Me, no one can tell me anything about my HIV status. Nisikie vibaya. Like
You've already accepted. No one can use it against you.
like ukuje uniambie unasema like try something else like for real. Me, anyone can tell me anything, and hata inaweza nipita
It doesn't even stick
yeah
around in your mind ama nini.
inaweza nipita tu like what did you just say? I wouldn't even take offense. I won't be angry. I won't even
You won't even ask.
Yeah, later on I'm like alisema baby, no, baby, that was not a nice thing that person said, you know, that way. Yeah, so at this point is also now when I get like into the dating scene.
Yeah.
I used in uni I dated like a few people. I told them my status and all that. Some didn't work out. Some of them I stepped aside, mimi mwenyewe tu.
Those that didn't work out, probably just a hint, was it because of the status or when you disclosed, or is it because that it just didn't work out? No more normally, because sio lazima relationships work out.
I think both, because some of the guys I would tell I have HIV, like they would be really chilled out, but then along the way you'd realize kuna
ish hapa.
Yeah. But then again, even in uni I was young,
Yeah.
like 20,
Yes.
19. Ito sio to relationships too serious, you know? Yeah, so I think also that age. Yeah, but actually those relationships used to impact me. It's not like they weren't impacting me, because another thing I was also struggling with was daddy issues, because my dad left immediately my mom passed. Yeah, so I struggled a lot with accepting also that part of me of that rejection. Your father rejected you. So I used to try to find it in men and compensate it from men. Yeah, so mwanaume akiniacha nakumbuka vile babangu aliniacha, so inauma like worse. Twice as hard, in as much as maybe your relationship haikuwa inaenda pahali or mtu like hakuwa serious. Unajua when you're 19, 20, kwanza men, they're not even serious with you in the first place, and you're there, you're taking them seriously and all that. So I think it is both ways. It's either my HIV status became an issue or ilisha tu hivyo. So in 2016 I met someone as well, and that guy, I told him about my status. In fact, the day I went to record that story, to do that story on newspaper, he was there with me.
Wow.
Yeah, he was pretty supportive actually, though as well along the way a lot of things happened, which was both my fault and his fault,
which is normal in a relationship anyway.
But along the way I realized my status was also an issue to him. Like there are things he would say, I wouldn't like realize it there and then. Again, like my filter for stigma is so high because I notice. But later on in retrospective, like kumbe hako anataka hii juu.
When you put 1 plus 1 together,
so hapo ndo naona that was an issue for him. Like my status was an issue somehow, or like it was like a deal breaker somehow.
But he couldn't speak.
But now the relationship ended and it impacted me like on a very huge scale. Like it was a very heartbreaking relationship.
You are very hopeful.
Ile relationship paka unaenda therapy ndio upone. Unaambia God, take this off me. You know?
Was it that bad?
Hey, it was so bad. It was so bad. Actually, at that time I had even started getting, like suicidal thoughts. Like it impacted even my worth, my self-worth, how I view myself.
How long were you together?
We were together for like 2 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Time. Yeah. But then again, we were young. Like nikijiangalianga tu hizo siku, I was just 21, 22. This is not someone like who would have committed to be with me like fully
completely, and do life.
Course, but now that relationship affected me. Like I had to go for therapy. Now in therapy, that's when now I had to heal my mommy wound and my daddy wound. Because now
you have baggage.
Yes, because those are the things that are showing up in my relationship. Being rejected by my father is causing me to hold on to a man who maybe doesn't even want to be with me.
Correct.
You see?
Yeah.
Having resentment towards my mom was also affecting me in that relationship. So I had to go, take a step back and deal with that.
Wow. How was the therapy session?
The therapy sessions were good, actually. But for therapy 80%, 90% of the work is you. You're the one who does most of the work. Because therapist kazi yake ni ka daktari tu vile anakudiagnose, atakupea dawa, kwambie ndio hii dawa,
ni ukunywe ama usikunywe.
Usipokunywa utabaki, Yeah, so it's just the same. Like for therapy, it just opened me up to seeing what was really going on with me. Maybe I wasn't even feeling that bad because of the relationship per se. It was also because of the issues I have been
at heart,
and the traumas I have been exposed to as a child. Or during my journey. So
tuseme hii ilikuja tu kutrigger sasa zika. You had bottled them up, sasa zika.
Now they spilled out.
Did it help?
Yes, it did help very, very much.
So therapy works.
Would you recommend? I would recommend everyone, especially people living with HIV. You should go for therapy.
Professional.
Yes. It will help you. It will help you heal.
So my therapist wangu ameniambia tu nikunywe pombe. Siwezi saidika. Therapist. I've seen very many people saying that they've gotten help. Wengine wanasema it's not helpful. And I get it. The fact that you are saying if it doesn't come from you, haiwezi kusaidia. It's like rehab.
Yes.
If you've not decided, haiwezi. Wakata upelekwe mara 10 haiwezi.
So, for me, I wanted to get out of that. That hole I was sinking into because it was starting to even risk my life. Because I had even started contemplating niache madawa zangu and stuff like that. Because it may impact self-esteem. Una feel like I don't even deserve to be on this earth.
Very sad the fact that you were so empowered by that time. Ushaji empower personally.
Exactly, yes.
But you are going back down there. No, I usually imagine a normal person. A young person just got tested. Mwenye hana information, mwenye hajapata hiyo support, mwenye hajua unafaa kwenda kwa therapist. That is why you'll still find young people committing suicide, people giving up. Juu hawana hiyo nini. So it's good to understand that everyone can have, it's a long journey. It's ni journey, iko na ups, iko na downs, but young people right now, everyone assumes dawa kumeza dawa.
It's not easy.
It's not,
It's not easy at all. So I started, other than that relationship, I started doing HIV advocacy. And I realized that I really liked educating. I liked being in that space, advocating for, we end stigma, we create awareness, all of that. So I started doing that work. I diverted.
That is where we've known you from.
Yes. That's where I diverted from being a journalist to being now a HIV advocate.
Yeah.
And during that time, since I was still a young person, it was so easy for me to talk to my fellow young people.
Wow.
It's still easy, but
You're still a young person.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but then I was younger. I was 21, 22, Yeah, so ndo kazi nilifanya. I did it until 2019. And then in 2020, when COVID hit, I kind of panicked. Because hizo jobs haziko sustainable, because today you're here, tomorrow you're somewhere else.
Correct.
You're volunteering here and there. And then during COVID now, we were so confined within our homes.
Yes, our homes, yeah.
There's no going anywhere. So even somehow the
hata kuitwa hakuna activity wiko. Yeah.
Hakuna ma activities, hakuna, and sometimes a lot of times you'd get your 2 monies from activities you do or where you go in the country. So during COVID hakuna hiyo kitu.
Square one.
Nilipanic.
Uwezi kosa.
I did panic, but I remember in 2019, because in 2019 I had moved to Kilifi.
Yeah.
And when I moved to Kilifi, the job I had moved to, it didn't work out. Something happened, donor funding, kakatwa. Yeah, and then now.
And you've already moved?
Yeah, I had moved I had packed my entire life and moved to Kilifi, yeah. So when that job ended, I was like, let me apply some few jobs here and there. Nione kama zita through. So nika-apply moja ya gava. Na nikaisahau, I forgot about it completely. And it's fine. So when COVID came, nikakaa home, panic. Oh, now how is it gonna be? How is it gonna be?
Forward,
yeah, around October of 2020.
Your time ya COVID.
Yes,
yeah.
I get a message on my phone, and the message says you've been invited to an interview. And when I was reading that message, that interview was on that day. Have you ever been so confused?
Location?
It was an online interview.
Oh God.
But I saw the interview was start at 9, and I saw the message, which was sent 2 days ago, 2 days before. I saw it at 8 a.m. on that day.
You have 1 hour.
Yeah, I just have 1 hour to prepare for that interview and sit.
What?
And I even thought it's like a con man.
Yeah,
because I'm like, who is that?
They didn't even call.
No. It was just a message. In fact, they sent a message 2 days, 2 days before, and then on that day, now they sent a reminder.
You didn't see it?
No, I don't know, baby. I didn't see it. Sometimes nakwanga ni mute hizo notifications. Za messages nini. So I think that's why I didn't see it. So on that day, I've just woken up vizuri, and then at 8, reminder, your interview is nini slotted at 9. So I'm like, I started preparing myself. Nikajiprepare tu vizuri. During COVID.
Ninaweza panic. But ulikuwa home.
Nilikuwa home. During COVID unavaa shati peke yake, the rest unaweza kana pajamas too. So I just put on a nice shirt. I sat there and I did my interview. And it was an interview from public service. The job I had applied in 2019. So it was 1 year later, because I applied it around August 2019 before I moved back to Nairobi. So the next year 2020 October ndo wakani message interview. So me already in my mind I'm like hiyo hata in my mind hata sikuwa nakumbuka ni nini when me apply. So then I remembered, by the way, in 2019 I had applied for a job.
A whole year.
So I sat the interview vizuri. It went through well, I supposed, because in now January 2021 they called us. They called us. They're like, now bring your documents, come and
for the physical interview now.
not physical really, they like bring your documents. You got the job, like you passed the interview.
Hey.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, like me in my mind I'm like, me, I don't even know like what's going on, but let's see how it's gonna turn out. Yeah, chatuone vile itakuwa. So I went and presented my documents. Kumbe job ndo hiyo, like tumepata job, tumepewa job ndo hiyo sasa. That's how I joined public service. Yeah, and I work for the Ministry of Information.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is now the first journalism job I ever got. Yeah, after now HIV advocacy. And I'm like, it's okay, let me now even take a break from HIV advocacy.
And go career-wise.
Yes,
according to what
now,
you did in school.
because I studied for this, pesa ilekelewa, acha tuitumie sasa. Yeah, so that's how I started. My first posting was in Uasin Gishu, Eldoret. So I packed my life again and I moved to LD. So, along this, during COVID, I met a guy who tulianza kudate, like we started dating, and then I told him about my HIV status. He freaked out along the way, but akakubali. Like, he's like, it's okay, tuendelee na relationship. So when I moved to Eldoret, I think 1 or 2 months later, I found out I'm pregnant. Yeah. Yeah, so when I found out I'm pregnant, I told him, now I'm pregnant. I moved to Eldoret. How is it going to be? Some it's okay. We can raise the kid together. Why not? Hey.
Okay.
And now I moved back to Nairobi. Actually moved to Ngong because now I moved to the Ngong station. I was working now in Ngong. And then we had our baby.
Yeah.
And now this is where the fun hits the what? That is where now I think one of the hardest journey I went through, motherhood.
Yeah.
Now, when you get pregnant and you're living with HIV,
yes.
Actually, do you know the most funny thing is when I was in HIV advocacy, I never ever got to understand how it works for motherhood. Like when you're a mother living with HIV, I never understood. I don't know. It used to pity me all the time. I think it's in my mind. I'm like,
you are not putting yourself in that picture. Then of course,
because I'm like, I don't have a kid, so who cares? That kind of thing. But when I got pregnant now, that's now when I started panicking about passing HIV to my baby. During my pregnancy, I used to get those like thoughts. Unashanga, what if I pass HIV to my baby? I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to pass this trauma and all that stuff. So I used to still go to my clinic for my drugs and for my HIV status. I mean, for my, what's it called? Clinics, yes. For my drugs, viral load and all that. Now, when you get pregnant, you're they monitor you a bit closer because now you have to ensure that your viral load is undetectable so that you have a safe delivery. And then when you get to just about 6 months pregnant, 6 to 7 months pregnant, now they introduce you and they give you a prophylaxis that you're going to give your baby when the baby is born, so that you can prevent HIV transmission when you're breastfeeding. So when I got to 6 months, 7 months, I was given that. Nikakuwa nazo sasa hizo dawa so that in case, because from 6 months they usually assume that you can give birth at any time. Because sometimes kuna emergencies, kuna all those
I was to ask 6 months.
Because anything can happen. You can be scheduled for an emergency CS at any point from that time.
Right.
So I was given my drugs and then they told me, now these ones you work with them everywhere you go, just have them somewhere so that when your baby is born, within a few hours, just about 2 hours of their birth, you need to give them the prophylaxis just before you start breastfeeding. And then the prophylaxis, you give it until you stop breastfeeding. So ukiacha kunyonyesha mtoto like at 6 months, 8 months,
whichever you
1
decide.
year, yes, unaacha kupatia prophylaxis. I'm like, cool. So when delivery came, that's December of 2021, actually it was such a shock. because my due date was like 3 weeks after, like 3 weeks, like my due date was on like 28th December, and then I started, my water broke on 7th December. 6th, in fact. I was so shocked. I was not even expecting it at all.
Where were you? At home?
Yeah, I was just at home. I was at home.
Huko hata.
In my mind, I'm like, see, I have 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Asubuhi nimeamka tu vizuri, lakini niko na ma cramps. Kumbe these are the contractions.
Yeah.
And then now at night, my water broke. I'm like, what?
It's here.
It's here. Like, the baby is here now. I started panicking. I'm just telling my hubs. I'm like, what? Mtoto amefika. So we went, we can deliver. At least when you're undetectable, when your viral load is undetectable, you'll be allowed to give birth normally.
Yeah.
If your viral load is high and detectable, it's recommended that you do cesarean. Yes. Yeah. So I did the vaginal birth. Not so easy. It was not easy. What? Naweza kuwa nikicheka hapa but nilikuwa nalia. Nikitapika na nini labor we
you should respect me kwanza hata nasikia hiyo mambo ya labor na kushtuka.
It is scary but until you go but anyway ukimaliza tu hivi kupush mtoto atoke inaishanga. But
unasahau just
but now the journey to getting there not easy at all. So I gave birth to my bouncing baby girl. She was around 2.8 kgs. Like she was a pretty good like
that was
weight.
Okay,
So within a few hours nikampatia prophylaxis. And then do you know the most interesting thing about newborns is their tummy is so small that when I used to give her that prophylaxis, that prophylaxis was like 1 ml or 1.5. Kalikuwa kana shiba, kana lala.
Kadogo hivyo.
Katumbo kake ni kadogo, so kana shiba hivyo kana lala. Lala hata nyonyi. So now tukaanza sasa journey ya ku breastfeed. Let me tell you. You think delivery is hard? Breastfeeding is hard.
What?
Wait. That is where I got the most trauma because the baby akona schedule yake. Yeah, so a newborn, first of all, anakuanga amezoea kukua awake at night and asleep during the day. Akiwa ndani ya tumbo. So akitoka those first 3 months, hiyo ndo schedule yake. Usiku ndo ako awake, ndo atakuwa most awake, and then during the day ndo atalala the most. So that is why
now you have to you are the baby.
You say goodbye to your sleep.
Yes.
And that time kwanza you've just delivered, so your body is trying to also reconstruct, kurudi.
The hormones.
Your two bones are weak. Hata unaambiwa you don't usiiname sana, like don't do too much. Just go slow. So that, and then now a newborn who keeps waking you up at 3 a.m. ndo anataka kuamka kucheza and all that. It was so not easy. And then giving the prophylaxis now on top of all of that. I want
you to tell us, how was it? How is when you are trying to administer, how is it that period kupea mtoto prophylaxis?
So because you're usually given two different drugs. One is called zidovudine and the other one is called nevirapine. So the zidovudine you give only for the first 6 weeks.
Okay.
But okay, let me rephrase this so that it can be understood. You'll give nevirapine and zidovudine, but zidovudine you only give for the first 6 weeks.
Then you stop.
Then you continue with nevirapine, and sometimes you'll be given cotrimox as well. Septrin to give the baby. Okay. So the first 6 weeks it's zidovudine and nevirapine, and then now you'll drop zidovudine and then you continue with nevirapine. Let me tell you guys, giving the baby prophylaxis is not easy. Okay, it wasn't easy for me because kalikuwa kanatapika. Kuna time anatapika, kuna time anachoke. So zidovudine ilikuwa inafanyanga mtoto wangu anachoke. I think near kasukari, like it's sugar. It's not even too much. It has like a very strong taste. So if you've ever tasted this to syrup to watoto, it has sugar, yes, but it's a very sharp, like a very sharp aftertaste. So Zidovid used to have that. So kikapea anameza lakini kana choke. Kuna time kwanza karibu nilikuwa naona tu kaka anaenda sasa. Alikuwa amechoka na kohoa unajaribu kukanini. It was so bad. Ama sometimes you give and then ana purge your breast milk ile alikuwa amenyonya ana puke out because maybe hiyo nini inamsumbua tumbo or something. It wasn't easy.
Inakuwa na side effect?
Not any I've seen. No. I've not seen any, but it wasn't easy to give and to like now I had to even adjust. I make sure I've not breastfed her before and also after. I give it some time so that the kadawa settles so that she doesn't like puke it out or choke. So it wasn't so easy.
That means you need to be very present.
Yes, you have to be very present, and after you give birth, you can get things like postpartum depression and all that. So,
and as
first time mom, so you need a lot of support around you. You need either a supporting partner or people around you who are gonna support you because that journey, especially those first 3 months, they're not easy at all because I think that from the 4th month the baby starts adjusting to life and the way like your schedule and stuff like that, because now what you have to do is you make sure usiku unaka encourage kalale usiku so that adjust to your routine ya kuamka asubuhi na kulala jioni. So now along the way I realized a lot of information was lacking online about mothers living with HIV. Because I used to look for it a lot. Like for me, actually, even my breastfeeding.
For yourself?
Yes, just for myself to feel at least I'm being seen somewhere. At least kuna mtu like neza relate na yeye, na story yake. Because unajua a lot of people then, during that time, 2021, 2022, people were out there with their stories, but akukuwa na like a mother living with HIV, doing parenthood and stuff like that.
And walking the journey.
Yeah, and walking that journey of motherhood. We had a WhatsApp support group where you could ask, mtoto wangu amefanyika hivi, what do I do? Like it has positive mothers who would guide you. But then I used to feel bado kidogo missing. So at the end of 2022, how old was Trish? She was 1 year. At the end of 2022, I decided to start making content on TikTok, on social media, just on my journey of giving my baby prophylaxis and being a mother living with HIV. Alongside now, having HIV now, the journey of being a woman living with HIV. So that's where I started my journey of creating content, and I've been doing content since then till now.
Wow. How has it been? The reception
of doing content,
because you'll find kuna bado kukosangi, you'll get some negative feedback, you'll get some positive feedback. How has it been?
Well, it's
from the word go.
It's been a journey because initially I had started with that information of my journey being a mother, because I even remember when we closed, when my baby was tested negative, like the final one, ya kufunga file of like now she's not being monitored for HIV anymore. I posted it and people, like people were saying, actually this is really valuable information, like at least you're helping me with, I'm feeling seen as a mother living with HIV and all that. And then also I'm in a discordant relationship. So my partner is HIV negative. So I also started sharing that and talking about it, how I told him my status, how he reacted and all that. Like any people on TikTok and on the internet, what? Actually, let me tell you, do you see my videos, the videos that usually trend are either me talking about motherhood or me talking about my relationship, my discordant relationship. Because people are like, no way, it can't happen. Yo mtu akonayo amenyamazia nini. Mara, you look healthier than him, he looks sick. Like you get so many comments. Imagine people say all those things. Yeah.
Yeye
But-
ana reacting aje? How was it now that he found you when you were already doing this? You know, I've seen several people once you meet. I'm also doing something similar.
Yeah.
But tutapata naweza kumbuka kuna mtu aliniambia, I don't think I am comfortable with whatever you do and all that. If you're going to be together, you must stop. Niko like, you just can't meet me and tell me that I need to stop what I'm doing. I'm creating awareness that I don't want to see you in those public spaces. Nisikuje mpaka meetings. So I was like, no, you know. How was it? Did you feel like you're trying to expose him? Maybe was he comfortable with you having? Because most people would not allow that, and having in mind that naonasi, of course, anaona the feedback that you're getting, zenye ziko mbaya, zenye ziko zingine, I see they're very nice, very encouraging. Very many people you're helping, cause unaonanga watu wengine mpaka wakikuja wanakuuliza kai, sasa hata nashindwa nitawaipata mtoto. Those are the many things that keep bothering.
Yes.
People, and mostly the new diagnosed. What was his reaction after that?
So let me tell you something about my partner. He is the one who encouraged me to start creating content.
Really?
Yes. Because when we met in 2020, I was still doing HIV advocacy.
You're still in the space.
Yes, I was still in the space. I was still doing, the awareness and all that. It's just that it was offline.
Yeah.
But when I told him my status, he was actually very content. He was like, thank you for telling me. Like, he was so grateful. He was like, thanks for being honest with me. So when we did the journey of motherhood with HIV, and towards the end of 2022, he was like, by the way, you should start doing content. I think you have a story that can reach a lot of people and help people out there. So your idea hata ilitoka kwa, he's the one who encouraged me, because me in my head I was shy, I was nini.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Apana.
I'm like,
a little bit reluctant.
Yeah, but he's the one who was like, just give it a shot. Give it a shot. Yeah. So when I started creating content, he was already into it. He was like, yeah, you're doing a good job. Like, he's the one who encourages me the most. He supports me. Nikimwambia, I need a light. He's like, let's go buy it. I need a tripod. Let's go buy it. Like, he's the one who atasema sawa, go and get a tripod. You need a phone. Let's get a phone. Let's get this. Let's get that. Get microphones. Nini.
Wow.
Set it up ikwe poa. Yeah. So he has never had any problem, because pia yeye ni mtu alikubali. Ananiambianga alikubali kukua kwa relationship na mimi, and that was it. He just
needed a personal decision. See, no one asked him.
No one. And for him, initially when I told him I have HIV, he freaked out. In fact, he was like, I don't even want to continue with this. Nini. So I just gave him time. I gave him space. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay for your decision, but here are some materials in case you want to read. Because I even told him about you cause you. If you're going to have kids, this is how the kid stays negative. This is how you stay negative.
Yeah.
When I take my drugs, I'm undetectable and I cannot transmit to him.
Yeah.
So for him, that information was like
the eye-opener.
Yeah, no. It was like Greek. Because for him his perception about HIV was it's a killer disease. Hii ni kitu unafaa uondoke, usijaribu, usiwahi karibia, hata ukipatana na mtu akona HIV uende upande ingine, you go to the other side. Yeah, so he didn't have any information. He didn't think that you can take ARVs ukwe sawa, to the extent that you can't even transmit to your partner.
And up to this point, when we've tried and we're saying this every other day, kuna bado watu wenye waamini.
So he was like that. Mi nikamwambia tu, nikampatia story yangu to the way it was. I'm like, this is what happened. I got it through my mom. This is how I have been living beyond HIV. Like, sio kitu nani affect. Me, I continue with my life kama kawaida. I just take my drugs and ensure I'm healthy. Hata ukiniangalia, si niko mgonjwa.
Kuna mahali atasema.
No.
Beautiful.
Because you see, when you're disclosing to someone, I think what truly plays a part is your confidence
and how you put it.
Yeah, because your partner is picking it from you. Akiona we uko
ish.
Oh yeah.
Pia uko na doubts.
Hata kuamini. But akiona your confidence, you know, you got your thing. So at that time, maybe I had already moved out of home. I am living alone.
You're doing your thing.
I'm doing my thing. I travel. I do all that stuff.
You have your life together.
Yeah. And I'm living with HIV.
And that leads me to the next question. And I would... I'm sure I will invite you again, but sitaki utoke kama hujaniambia. Do you think in this time when there's use to you, we have so many preventive measures? Of course, we have PrEP, we have even the new LEM. And do you think disclosure is very important when we're in this era, used to you? Like, I know, kama mimi mwenye sidate ama sijaolewa, if I meet a guy, do I have to disclose where else I know that I am undetectable, I cannot infect them? Do you think it's important?
Well, I feel, for me, I'm an advocate for disclosure. And here's why. Here's why. You see, for me, I see disclosure as an opportunity for a person to get to know you better. So it's not just telling them you have HIV. It's also bringing them, it's like you're bringing them into your space. It's like, for me, I use it like a strategy. You're bringing them closer. It's like knowing you deeper. So even though, there's all these prevention options, of which you don't have to tell them from the beginning. You give it time.
When should you do that?
For me, in the beginning of the relationship. And beginning of the relationship means like when you started having feelings towards each other.
And
not
kama yuko serious
spot.
Utajua je mtu ako serious, because you cannot keep telling every other person.
Okay, me I can. I don't mind telling
well,
people.
Sisi we can.
Yes.
Hata me personally I don't mind, because even someone will just go nasemanga utapatana na mtu, mimi napatananga na mtu. Of course I won't tell you, probably we've met somewhere outside hivyo. Asubuhi utapata tu nimepost. Nilikupea namba like someone will not ask first, but akiona akiendelea aende akutafute on social media what you are doing. So for us, it's not about us. I'm asking for that community out there, and for every other young, not even young, every other person who is living positively. And of course, that is usually their fear, because most people are not disclosing. And I advocate for disclosure too. I am a very big advocate with regards to disclosure, because you find the way your spouse did not know. Hata ukimwelezea alikuwa like So imagine you meet someone, you've had unprotected sex with them, alafu unakuja kumwambia sijui kuko hivi na hivi. Hata kukatakata hapo before it sinks their mind. That is the first thing. The only thing that even school taught us is that once you have sex with someone who is HIV positive, umeonjeka hapo ushapata. So it's very good, and I like the fact that you're encouraging that. And the last one I would want to ask, you are raising a girl. She's very young, but she'll of course get to teenage years and all that. And what we are finding right now, we still have new infections among adolescents and young people. And remember, kazi yenye tunafanya, kazi yenye umefanya for all that long. So if that, of course, she'll get to that age. Do you feel that would you opt for inaitwa consecutive? I would say consecutive. Sex education.
Or comprehensive
sexual education for your child, ama wewe utamwachilia tu hivyo in school, purposely in school from hizo age, ama you want to do it yourself?
I would rather do it myself.
Why don't you
I would want my child to have comprehensive sexual education, but from me and her dad. I feel like in a home setup, the best information giver is the parents. It's just that for us, our parents were not taking that initiative to tell us, okay, now your period is here. This is what it means. Okay, now you're starting to get some changes. Your boobs are growing, your nyash, you're starting to get a cute figure. This is what's going on, and this is what it means.
And this
our
is what
parents
you should do.
Didn't do that. They were avoiding that conversation entirely. And what it did for me is it didn't prepare me for anything. I just got misconceptions. Oh, this is what sex is. This is how it looks like. you know, you go have sex in the beginning, hata unashangaa, what am I supposed to be feeling?
Yeah.
What is this? Like, what is that awkwardness? You know?
Yeah.
I feel like if I got maybe comprehensive sexual education early, I would have debuted later.
Yeah.
Like, I would have withheld, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would want to talk to my child myself. Nimfunze, niwaambie, this is not even something you should be getting on to maybe till somewhere in your late 20s.
Yeah.
You can explore relationships, yes, but in terms of sex, try and keep it as...
But you know, parents are not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, with our generation, you would. Sahi, it's easy for you. I don't think we've a lot of empowerment right now that in our generation ni easy unaweza kaa na mtoto na umwambie this is what happening. But I feel our parents feel, but that was the tradition. That's the African tradition anyway. And I would really love equally to encourage that parents should remain being parents.
Yes.
And niasikianga kitambo watoto walikuwa wanaongeleshwa na aunti zao, sijui what happened. Sisi
Really?
Yes. Wakifunzwa mpaka huko kwa kina ndoa, sijui nafaa kufanya nini. But sasa our kwanza millennials, sisi hata tuko affected na relationship. We have so many traumas, we have and all that. So it's quite something. And maybe as we finish up, and of course I want to invite you again.
Sure, no worries.
And I will still invite you, and I want us to come and now discuss and help those people who are in Discord. We've not discussed in length about discordant couples. We've not equally discussed about hiyo journey ya motherhood, because watu wengi sana wanashindanga wakiuliza nitapata mtoto. They feel like there's something that is lacking in them, that they cannot even raise a family, they cannot get kids and all that. We need to put that information out there. And I want you to speak to someone who is who just got, you are a young person. Nimekwambia we ni Gen Z wetu mpaka sai, hata ukikataa, you're a young person, and young people are facing so many things. We're getting so many deaths from young people because they're going through things. It doesn't have to be disease, but they're going through things, and they feel like mtu anaona yenyewe mimi siwezi push tena kutoka hapa. They've given up, but you've such a beautiful journey. You've never folded, but you rose up and you cleaned yourself up, and you've showed up for yourself, for your child, for your partner, and of course for the community that you're serving. So talk to that person and encourage them all. Just muongeleshe tu, at least asikie, amesikia kutoka kwako, and your parting shot. Yes.
Okay. Hi, I hope I just wanted to tell you that whether you're living with HIV or not, but especially if you're living with HIV, you got this. Like, you got this life. Yeah. One of the things that really affects a person living with HIV is your mind and how you perceive HIV. HIV came to us as a shameful thing or an embarrassing thing. You need to kick that out of your mind. Because at the end of the day, you're still a person, right? Like, HIV iko ndani. Yes. Iko ndani, and it doesn't change as long as you're taking your ARVs. Utakuwa sawa. Like, so kick out your shame, your shame tuliekwa, that is a shameful thing, because that even affects how you view things, you view life. Sometimes you can even say, that opportunity is not for me. No, it is for you. That opportunity is for you, and you belong on this earth for a purpose. Find that purpose and you run with it, you know, you go with it forward. Yeah, that's what I would say. If you're not living with HIV, I just would like to say, talk to someone. With whatever you're going through, talk to someone. Don't do it alone. Make sure you don't keep it to yourself, and then find things to do. Kuna vitu mingi sana za kufanya. You can do things like bike riding, exercise, eat well. It will help your mind heal and overcome. Yeah.
Thank you so much for honoring my invite, and
you're welcome.
I would want you to give your social media, because you're doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's recommendable work, and I would want people wakuja wakufollow, wasome. Juu mimi siwezi peana, sina content ya motherhood. I have not gone through that. People should come and see. People who doubt that people living with HIV can get married, get kids with people who are HIV negative, give your handles so they can come and learn. Na kuja wa learn hapo. Na wakuulize maswali.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my handles, I am on TikTok, I am on Instagram, especially Instagram, and Facebook as Laura Thuo. If you search Laura Thuo, utanipata TikTok, utanipata Facebook, na utanipata Instagram. Yeah, so my content mostly focuses on motherhood, discordancy, and living with HIV and everything around that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asante sana, and to our viewers, thank you so much for watching. And at this moment, allow me to remind you about Phone-Place Kenya. And in this month, June, guys, tunawakumbusha that we have several services that you can get from our shop. First of all, you can get lipa mdogo mdogo, and this is for all Android phones. Tuko mpaka na lipa mdogo mdogo on iPhones, please just come. Kuna services zingine unasikianga unaenda kwa duka unaambiwa si Android hii haiwezi, you can get them. Again, we have Phone-Place Care, where you bring your phone ama accessory, kitu yote yenye imeharibika, and we repair it for you. We have trade-in. If you have a phone that you feel you want to get, this is an S23, nikitaka S26 nitaenda hapo, ni trade-in. As long as hiyo simu iko na haiko na more than 2 years, you come and we trade it in and you get a better phone. And the last one is that, guys, every time you walk to our shop, si ati tuko na simu peke yake, we have accessories. Please visit us at Bazaar Plaza, Mezzanine, Unit 5. And of course, Phone Care, tuko huko juu, 4th floor. Still the same building. Come and get yourself something, please. Maybe we're getting better this June. We want you to get better again. Hiyo simu kama ulichukua na bado una feel, usitumie simu kama iko na cracks hivi. Please visit us and we'll give you the best services from the most and online. And again, you can equally buy online. Kama uko busy, go to any social media ya Phone-Place Kenya. Any social media, order, we will deliver. And tutakuletea kwenye huko within 24 hours if you're in outside Nairobi, within the day if you're in Nairobi. Please talk to us and visit us at Bazaar Plaza. Thank you so much. And to our viewers, asanteni sana. Please don't watch this video without subscribing. Please consider to subscribe and be part of this important conversation. Remember, we are doing this not because we just want to celebrate these guests and their stories and their incredible journeys, but because we are trying to create a community of understanding, a community of support, and of course, a community of empowerment. Until the next one, bye.